Hey guys on YouTube, it's Laundro-Matt back again after another delayed absence, but that's life, unfortunately. At the minute, super busy, so finding time to do the videos is not easy at the minute, but we will get there. Thank you for sticking with me. Today I've got for you this Simpson EziSet 500 vented clothes dryer. These are, well, at the time that they were available, they were quite popular in Australia. Maybe not this model so much, but definitely you see these a lot around Australian homes and on Australian Gumtree and all that, because yeah, at one point these were the style of dryer to have. What is, fairly good about this dryer is that it's quite compact. It's easily wall mountable. You can see that this has been orientated to be wall mounted, so it's upside down, so to speak. This design of dryer was used many times for a few different brands. I know that Westinghouse used this design of dryer and branded it for their machines. I know in India, the brand IFB have used this style of dryer in the past, this exact same design, just put their name on it. In terms of models, there was a few different models of this dryer. This is sort of one of the more higher end models because it had the auto reversing and the hot and warm incorporated into the dial, and it was also 5 kilo. There was another model up from this that had electronic controls. There seemed to be sort of two models of electronic control. There was one where you literally just press start, there was no other options, and then there was one like, it just auto sensed completely from that. And then there was one where you could change the temperature and do a manual timed dry if you wanted. But anyway, so it's a 5 kilo capacity. It's a halo of heat style drying system, so the heat comes from the front and blows to the back through that removable filter, which you just take off and clean, very much similar to Maytag Halo of Heat's Hoover Logic style dryers and hot points of that era if you're in the UK. But yeah, it's not, it's quite a simple mechanism. You have a dial, that you move around through the different, that's, the lighter color, green is the warm, and the darker color is hot. Your indicator is there as to where you place it. This is obviously like a ticky dial to, a mechanical dial to incorporate the reversing back and forth mechanism. But the lower end models that came in 3.5 kilo capacity, they had a clockwork timer, so when you turned it, it ticked around like a timer on an air fryer or something like that, and then ticked away back to the start. And you had a shifter here, a shifter where this panel is actually to select between hot, warm or cool. So yeah, I'll get some clothes and we'll load it up and we'll give it a bit of a run and see how we go. Alright, so we've just loaded up sort of like a half-ish load of trackies and jumpers that I've just washed in a machine that is soon to be premiered on the channel. But yeah, so chuck it in, shut the door. Sorry, there is a bit of reflection there. These I'll probably start on just an hour's worth of warm. I don't want them on hot, so we will just go all the way around to 60 minutes on warm. Not the quietest dry that there ever was. Just trying to get best reflection. Excuse me, I should have put something in a little bit lighter, but you can see it. The way that the warm system works is that it blows cold air for one increment of the dial, and then when it moves on, it adds the heat. So it sort of turns on and off the heat to regulate that warm without, you know, on hot it just has the heater on for all the way through, but on the warm setting it alternates turning the heat on and off so that it's not, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it, guys. It'll just go back and forth now. I think it's every 2 minutes or something it reverses on this. Maybe every 1 minute, I'm not sure. I haven't quite timed it. Yeah, thanks guys, and I'll see you next time.